से ये पता चल रहा है कि आम आदमी पार्टी के पक्ष में 138 वोट आए हैं, यानी कि क्योंकि इस हाउस में कांग्रेस पार्टी नहीं है, उन्होंने इलेक्शन में हिस्सा नहीं लिया। ऐसे कई पार्षद हैं जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी से जीते, भारतीय जनता पार्टी में हैं, मगर उन्होंने आम आदमी पार्टी को वोट दिया। ये अरविंद केजरीवाल की राजनीति की एक बड़ी जीत है कि जो भाजपा रोज ये कहती थी कि आम आदमी पार्टी टूट जाएगी, आम आदमी पार्टी के पार्षद भाजपा में आ जाएंगे, हुआ बिल्कुल उल्टा है। भाजपा के कई पार्षदों ने अरविंद केजरीवाल की आम आदमी पार्टी को आज स्टैंडिंग कमेटी के इलेक्शन में वोट दिया। धन्यवाद, जय हिंद।
All right, viewers, let's go to Anuj, who's joining us live right now, and he has been tracking all the developments since the morning. Anuj, I'm coming to you right now. We know the recounting of votes has been ordered. We also know that both the sides are claiming victory. We also know that there were many allegations of cross-voting coming in as well. Anuj.
Well, exactly. Let me tell you that the recounting has been again the war of word. Like I have with me Harish Kurana of the BJP. Sir, थोड़ा आगे चलते हुए we will talk because there is some network issue. Sir, if you can tell us what exactly the problem right now.
All right, Anuj, I'm coming back to you. I'm getting some audio issue. There's some audio issue with your line. We'll come back to you in a moment. But we are still seeing many developments come in. Remember that a short while back, there was polling to elect 6 members of the Municipal Corporation of Delhi's Standing Committee. It closed. The polling closed with 242 of the 250 councillors exercising their franchise. 7 candidates are in the fray for the standing committee's 6 members. The big detail we have got for you, the big development coming in is that the recounting of votes has been ordered after the chaos that has transpired there in the Delhi Civic Centre. We're getting back-to-back details coming in, and we also know that there was a lot of ruckus and sloganeering which is ensued once again in the Delhi Civic Centre. Ruckus and sloganeering was witnessed in the Delhi Civic Centre after the polling to elect 6 members of the MCD's standing committee. And we also know is that there were many allegations coming in of cross-voting which had taken place as well. So many allegations of cross-voting. Both the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP are claiming victory. So a lot of chaos happening as we speak. Mayor announced that 2 BJP votes as invalid. Getting back-to-back details coming in right now, viewers, on this story, viewers. So big chaos playing out in the Delhi Civic Centre with both Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP claiming victory. So a big political slugfest. The voting process to elect 6 members of the Standing Committee of the Municipal Corporation of Delhi had concluded. Now the recounting of votes has been ordered. However, still the drama is continuing during the counting of votes that happened a short while back, and both parties are claiming victory, viewers. So getting these back-to-back updates coming in. Remember that it took 3 failed attempts, and in the 4th attempts, finally Delhi mayor was elected. And even after that, we are seeing that chaos ensues at this point of time, viewers, there in the Delhi Civic Centre. All right, viewers, so this is a top story. We'll go to Anuj when we get a chance to, because Anuj is getting us all the details on what's going to happen next. But right now, there's a mega campaign in Nagaland ahead of the polls that are set to take place on February 27th. Prime Minister Modi has leveled a scathing attack on the Vadra Congress, claiming that the people of Nagaland long for even basics, which they did not get under the Congress's rule. Here is the full story.
मैं देख रहा था कुछ लोग जिनको देश ने नकार दिया है, जिन्हें देश अब स्वीकार करने के लिए तैयार नहीं है, जो निराशा की गर्त में डूब चुके हैं, वो आजकल माला जपते हैं, माला, और वो कह रहे हैं मोदी तेरी कब्र खुदेगी। ये निराशा के गर्त में डूबे लोग ये कह रहे हैं, माला जपते जपते कह रहे हैं मोदी तेरी कब्र खुदेगी। लेकिन देश कह रहा है, हिंदुस्तान के आवाज कह रही है, हिंदुस्तान का हर कोना कह रहा है, मोदी तेरा कमल खिलेगा, मोदी तेरा कमल खिलेगा। देश की जनता इस प्रकार की विकृत सोच वाले, विकृत भाषा बोलने वाले लोगों को करारा जवाब देगी, मेघालय और नागालैंड में भी देने वाली। भाइयों बहनों, युवा हो या बुजुर्ग, महिला हो या पुरुष, व्यापारी हो या फिर सरकारी कर्मचारी, किसान हो या फिर मजदूर, सभी एक सुर में कह रहे हैं, मेघालय मांगे बीजेपी सरकार, मेघालय मांगे, मेघालय मांगे, मेघालय मांगे। हाय
Viewers, getting some breaking updates. Biden has tweeted on 1 year of Ukraine war anniversary. In fact, it's been 1 year of the Ukraine war. He's tweeted, and I quote here, "I'll repeat today what I said 1 year ago as Russia invaded Ukraine. A dictator bent on rebuilding an empire will never erase the people's love of liberty. Brutality will never grind down the will of the free. And Ukraine will never be a victory for Russia. Never." That's a tweet, a very strong worded tweet coming in from the US president. I remember that Ukraine is marking 1 year since Russia launched an invasion that has ended decades of stability in the European region. Ukrainian President Zelensky has said and framed the conflict as a morally charged battle between autocracy and freedom. And on the side of Ukraine, Ukraine has pledged that the Ukrainian forces will fight with the help of billions of dollars worth of Western arms. On the other hand, Vladimir Putin is trying again and again to cement Russian power over large parts of Ukraine, and each side gearing up for fighting as spring approaches in the year 2023. Still, there's no sight of the fact that the war is going to end. Amidst that, we're seeing that the US president has tweeted on 1 year of the Russia-Ukraine war. And let me just repeat it once more. He's saying that a dictator is bent on rebuilding an empire will never erase the people's love of liberty, viewers. It's time now to see what else is making news right now. The Russian forces ramp up attack as Ukraine war enters its second year. Ukraine's president pledged to push for victory in 2023. Zelensky also addressed people living on the Russian-occupied territories of Ukraine. Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky awarded state medals to military who are taking part in the war against a Russian invasion. Kiev saw preparations begin for a day of commemorations and reflection as Ukraine marked the first anniversary of the Russian invasion. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz said that Russian President Vladimir Putin had failed in his aim. Scholz said in a video message that Germany will continue to stand firmly by Ukraine. As the 1 year anniversary of Russia's invasion was marked, NATO's Secretary General said that the President Putin failed in Ukraine stance. He added that NATO and the EU stand with Ukraine. As the world remembers Ukraine war anniversary, Eiffel Tower is now illuminated in blue and yellow of the Ukrainian flag to show solidarity. And Portugal's parliament was lit up yellow and blue to mark the one-year anniversary of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The light displays set to remain on till late Friday evening. All right, viewers, getting some breaking updates coming in. Now, these are visuals we are learning of Bhagwan Mann, who's landed in Mumbai right now. And all this after the kind of chaos that Punjab saw yesterday. But right now, no answer coming in from the CM. While all this is happening, while we saw chaos, we saw violence in Amritsar yesterday, Bhagwan Mann is on a 2-day trip to Mumbai to woo investors. He has just landed in Mumbai right now, viewers, and all this after the kind of details we had received, the kind of visuals we have got of unprecedented scenes coming in Amritsar yesterday, where there was chaos. There was the supporters of Amritpal. They had, in fact, attacked the police. They were stone pelting. The supporters of Amritpal were holding swords and wielding swords and running amok. Even after that, still no answer coming in from the Punjab CM. Right now, we're seeing the Punjab CM in Mumbai for an election campaign. He has reached there for election campaign, viewers. And we're getting these back-to-back updates coming in. Still, a short while back, even after what has happened, Amritpal stays defiant. He's taking a defiant stand a day after hundreds of supporters attacked and stormed the Ajnala police station in Punjab's Amritsar. And he has said and challenged the administration there. Amritpal has claimed many things, saying that the protests will continue, and he has made his demands very clear. In fact, his show of strength and statements come after the Ajnala court announced the release of his close aide, Lovepreet Tufan, who was arrested on abduction charges. And yesterday, Amritpal supporters armed with swords and guns had stormed the police station demanding Tufan's release.
सर क्या कर रहे हैं तूफान सिंह को क्यों छोड़ा भगवान पुलिस वालों को पीटा गया भगवान मान पुलिस वालों को पीटा Would you respond to the question? Would you respond? Wow. और क्या धक्का मार रहा है? Punjab, and in fact he was tight-lipped. He didn't question whether it is an anarchist government there in Punjab. He didn't answer whether it is a Khalistan government there in Punjab. He didn't respond to the question. He didn't respond to the question why were the police officials mistreated? Why Tufan Singh was in fact why Tufan Singh was allowed to go. So Bhagwant Singh and Arvind Kejriwal had just arrived. We'll try to follow them. We'll try to chase them. Bhagwant Mann has just left. Bhagwant Mann has just left from the airport out here. The heavy security deployed and massive crowd has gathered to welcome him. But we in Republic TV, we asked him the most toughest question, but he failed to respond to the answer, respond to the questions of Republic TV. Bhagwant Mann has in fact left. We will chase him. We will chase Arvind Kejriwal and Bhagwant Mann. We will ask the question. And remember, he didn't respond.
All right, Sandeep is getting us all the details there. Now, Sandeep, my colleague there, he tried to question the Punjab CM, Bhagwant Mann, who just has arrived in Mumbai. Both Arvind Kejriwal and Bhagwant Mann are in Mumbai right now. While there's anarchy in Punjab, we saw chaos, we saw a lot of violence yesterday. So the big question is that why is the Punjab Chief Minister in Mumbai when his state needs him the most? That's the big question right now. Right now, we just saw that my colleague tried to pose some tough questions to the Punjab CM, but no answer. Still, it has been more than 24 hours since that incident had happened yesterday in the state of Punjab, where we saw violence, where we saw Amritpal supporters run amok, where we saw that the supporters are wielding guns, swords, attacking a police station, attacking the police as well. But still, while all this is happening in Punjab, we are seeing that the Punjab CM is right now in Mumbai. Earlier, he was at an investor summit, and now he is once again there in Mumbai. He has landed in Mumbai. While no answer has come from him and no assurance has come from him after what the state of Punjab had witnessed, viewers. So getting these back-to-back updates right now here at Republic TV. And my colleague Sandeep tried to pose some very, very tough questions there to Bhagwant Mann. Very tough questions. He tried to ask him that why is no response coming in from him when the entire state of Punjab saw anarchy yesterday. And at the same time, we are seeing that after hundreds of supporters had attacked and stormed the Ajana police station, that I'm talking about Amritpal supporters, they had attacked and stormed the Ajana police station in Punjab's Amritsar. Amritpal Singh remains defiant and he has challenged the administration. Amritpal Singh continues to challenge the administration and he's brought the Punjab police to their knees. As show of strength and statements have come after Ajnana court announced the release of Amritpal's close aide, Lovepreet Tufan, who was arrested on abduction charges. And remember, Amritpal supporters armed with swords, guns had stormed the police station demanding Tufan's release, viewers. So getting these back-to-back updates, the police was arm twisted. In fact, they went under pressure. They gave in to Amritpal's demand. And Amritpal Singh's close aide, a short while back, just an hour or two back, his close aide, Lovepreet Tufan, who was earlier arrested on abduction charges, he was released following the orders of the Ajnala court, and the order was pronounced by the judicial magistrate there, Pratham Manpreet Kaur. All right, I believe that we are being joined right now by Sandeep. Sandeep, I'm just coming across to you right now. Can you hear me?
Next morning. Is it अरे सर क्या कर रहे हैं? तूफान सिंह को क्यों छोड़ा? भगवान पुलिस वालों को पीटा गया, भगवान
All right, Amandeep is also joining us right now. Amandeep, yesterday you were at the protest where the entire mob, the supporters of Amritpal, they went amok. You also got injured. It was unprecedented scenes. And right now we're seeing when the state needs the Punjab CM to be there to give assurances, to call out for peace. We're seeing that he's in Mumbai, landed in Mumbai. No word from him, and Republic TV, Sandeep questioned him and asked him for answers.
Well, absolutely, Shivangi. Bhagwant Mann yesterday had attended a investors summit in Punjab, in fact in Mohali itself, and today also he attended again that similar summit, and after that he left for the Mumbai along with the Kejriwal and Bhagwant Mann. They both are in Mumbai to attend an event, and in fact without releasing any kind of statement. So far, Shivangi, no statement from the side of Chief Minister, no statement from the side of any cabinet minister regarding the incident of Ajnala police station. It's only the DGP after SSP of Amritsar Rural. DGP came forward and tried to justify the situation of the police, and he revealed that they are analyzing the footage, video footage of that entire incident to pinpoint the proper accused in the entire case so that the further legal action will be taken. So now the Chief Minister is silent regarding the law and order situation of the Punjab, how these radicalized are storming inside the police station, and they hijacked the police station for continuously 4 hours. That was complete. The control of the police station is under the control of Amritpal Singh, and in fact for 4 hours. That was a very surprising and shocking situation. But Bhagwant Mann has not released one single line statement regarding this entire incident. Though DGP is saying that police will take action, but when, he has not revealed the time. He said the police is trying to identify the people who actually stormed inside the police station with the weapons and who attacked on the cops, including the SP, and in fact so far no action. 24 hours, more than 24 hours has been passed, Shivangi. The FIR has not been registered by the police regarding the violence incident that had reported yesterday, and in fact no person has been arrested. But yes, the arrested accused has been discharged from the case and he is out of the jail, and now Amritpal along with his supporters, they are celebrating his release, his free run. So this all has happened from last more than 24 hours, in which the police and the state government is on a receiving end, and they are on a very silent mode regarding this entire episode that had happened, that has left.
All right, thank you, Amandeep, for getting us all the details. So right now, we just saw that the Punjab CM has landed in Mumbai while the state is witnessing violence, and right now the police also giving in to the demands of Amritpal as well. We were taking a very short break. Much more coming up on the other side as we keep getting you fast developments today.
महिला मेयर है, उसके ऊपर हमला कर रहे हैं, लोगों के ऊपर हमला कर रहे हैं, पूरे सदन को तमाशा बना रखा है। ये तीनों चुनाव आज सर्वोच्च न्यायालय के आदेश पे हो रहे हैं। ये चुनाव भी नहीं होने देना चाहते, तो ना लोकतंत्र मानते हैं, ना संविधान मानते हैं, ना सुप्रीम कोर्ट मानते हैं।
आपको रिइलेक्शन कराना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि आपको समय पता है कि आप इलेक्शन हार रहे हो, इसलिए आप अवॉइड कर रहे हो।
He told you he's a threat to internal security.
Why to brandish weapon? Why it's the need of weapon when you are claiming that it's a peaceful procession which you will be carrying out?
No peace can be established without weapons. Why don't governments and the state and everybody, army, they just dismiss all the armies, all the weapons, dispose everything, and then ask us why do we have weapons?
For 3 months, centre and state didn't act. Now Khalistani Amritpal is on a rampage. Anarchy in Punjab, story broken on Republic.
Has been broken by the protesters, and in fact they have moved all kind of.
Originally you're from Pakistan. How was the journey from Pakistan to Canada, and why was this journey from Pakistan to Canada?
I'm a Canadian Punjabi of Indian heritage, born in political Pakistan. जब मुझे महसूस हुआ कि अब पाकिस्तान में रहना मुश्किल हो गया तो फिर मैं कनाडा पहुंच गया। पाकिस्तान से तो मैं अपने विचारों की वजह से कनाडा पहुंचा। अब मेरे विचार पहुंच रहे हैं भारत, तो मैं हर साल भारत आ जाता हूँ।
अरे एक्सीलेंट।
और ज्यादा आना चाहता हूँ।
Hello and a very good evening. The show's called This Is Exclusive and I'm Deepthi Sachdeva. Today there is just one story and just one story that all of you need to be aware about. What happens when a state surrenders before a man called Amritpal who has allegiance to Khalistan? The state not only has surrendered, the state is giving itself a pat on the back. What is worse is that the Chief Minister, Bhagwant Singh Mann in Punjab, who also holds the home portfolio, is completely quiet as the state right now surrenders before a Khalistani proponent. The question we are asking, what about the very grave implications to our national security? Who's responsible and why is the centre quiet? Why haven't we seen any kind of action coming in from the state or the centre? We deep dive into that big story on the next 30 minutes here on the show. First up, the headlines on Top of 6. The Punjab police, given to Amritpal's demands, release his aide.
I'm not agree to the definition of India, modern India. All I'm saying, everybody has right to self-determine. If I say Punjab is a separate country, I have right to do it.
Republic confronts Amritpal as he gives an open call for secessionism. Khalistani supporters beat up his corpse, but the Chief Minister is busy. He's campaigning for local polls elsewhere. No less
Lessons learned, the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party continue their drama during the standing committee member elections in Delhi.
जब से कह रहे हैं मैं मोदी तेरी कब्र खुदेगी, लेकिन देश कह रहा है मोदी तेरा कमल खिलेगा.
The Prime Minister hitting hard at the opposition, responding to the Kabr Khudegi attack with Kamal Khilega. So the question, ladies and gentlemen, that all of us have been asking is what's really happening in Punjab today? Punjab is a border state, very, very sensitive, and for some time now, there is a larger sense that the government in charge is clearly not calling the shots. Now, is Amritpal and his men today bigger than the law and order in the state of Punjab? Now, the Khalistani threat in India and overseas is undeniable, something that we have spoken here again and again on Republic. In fact, in the November of 2022, you would recall that Amritpal Singh is a threat to internal security has been discussed and proved here on Republic. The results were right there on your screens. We've seen all those images, at least for the last 24 hours or so, when a mob related to the Khalistani supporter Amritpal Singh sieged a police station. You've seen all that high drama playing out in the last 24 hours. You've also seen these men giving an ultimatum to the cops. They said, release our men or you will have to face the consequences. So what does the state do? The state does not decide to fight. The state does not even arrest this man and his protesters. Instead, the state decides to surrender before this man. On the extreme right are images that have just come in from a little while earlier. If you look very, very closely, you will see the AAP convener, Arvind Kejriwal, flanked by Bhagwant Singh Mann, the Chief Minister of the state of Punjab, who is also the Home Minister, absolutely not bothered with what's going on in his state. Why exactly? That's a question that we'll try to find answers to. But first up, what does the man Amritpal really say? What are his ambitions? What are his motivations? He's bared that and much more in this confrontation Republic had with him a little while earlier.
But now, why are these slogans being chanted? Is this again a victory march which you are trying to project?
No, I am going to Gurdwara Sahib. This is a Sangat. I didn't invite the Sangat. Wherever I go, Sangat comes in the respect of Guru Granth Sahib Ji.
Okay. I again want to ask you, sir. I know. There are a lot of enthusiasm over here. But मैं आपसे फिर से पूछना चाहता हूँ सर कि आप भारत की परिभाषा से मतलब सहमत हैं? आपसे
There was no Bharat, there was no India before 1947. It's a union of states. We must respect the unions. We must respect the states. Otherwise, you know what we say, we don't respect diversity, we lose everything. So I'm not agree to the definition of India, modern India. All I'm saying, everybody has right to self-determine. If I say Punjab is a separate country, I have right to do it.
Sir, I want to ask you a very simple question, sir. Yeah. You are very proud of your Sikh identity, right? You are very proud of your Sikh.
Calm down, brother. Yeah. Calm down.
Yeah, you're very proud of your Sikh identity, sir.
Calm down.
But sir, in that way, sir, even the Sikhs have, sacrificed their life for the nation. They have sacrificed their life for Mother India.
They sacrificed the lives and they got what in the return? 1984 genocide. They got Punjab separated in 3 parts. They got their water looted. So, what we have to understand, there are many things you don't know because you don't live in Punjab. Punjab have a different phenomena. Punjab have a different energy. So Punjab is a totally different phenomena. If you sitting outside, you don't understand here. You are here. Do you think this is something constructive?
थोड़ा बोलिएगा because सर मैं चाहता हूँ कि सर सब लोग आपको देखें, सब लोग आपसे जाने, क्योंकि सर सरदारों ने अपनी जान भी दी है इस देश के लिए.
सरदारों को देखे, एयर मार्शल अर्जुन सिंह थे. एयर मार्शल अर्जुन सिंह जो थे 1984 में उनके घर पे भीड़ गई और उनको मारने की कोशिश की और उनके हाथ से पुलिस ने जाके हथियार उनके हाथ से छीन लिए। और
जगजीत सिंह अरोड़ा भी हम जानते हैं।
जगजीत सिंह अरोड़ा को कोर्ट मार्शल कर दिया गया था, आपको मालूम है?
वो हरबख्श सिंह थे सर।
नहीं, मेरी हरबख्श सिंह, जनरल हरबख्श सिंह, सॉरी, जनरल जगजीत सिंह अरोड़ा भी, उनको भी सफर करना पड़ा 1984 के बाद हैं। और बहुत से सिख, जनरल सिविक सिंह भी तो आर्मी में थे ना, जो गोल्डन टेम्पल में लड़े थे। सो सिखों ने बहुत कुछ किया इस देश के लिए, इस देश ने सिखों के लिए कुछ नहीं किया। मनमोहन सिंह, बराक ओबामा प्रधानमंत्री अफ्रीकन मूल का था, उससे ब्लैक्स की प्रॉब्लम ठीक हो गई। मनमोहन सिंह इज अ टोकन प्राइम मिनिस्टर। मनमोहन सिंह वाज अ प्राइम मिनिस्टर फ्रॉम द सेम पार्टी हु कमिटेड जेनोसाइड अगेंस्ट सिख्स। सो डोंट से दीस थिंग्स।
So you've just, in fact, seen that man, Amritpal. He's bearing his ambitions. But the problem is that in spite of that, in spite of the entire mayhem that has played out in the streets of Punjab, there has been absolutely no action from either the Home Minister of the state of Punjab, who also happens to be the Chief Minister. His name is Bhagwant Singh Mann. Or even the Aam Aadmi Party convener, who otherwise believes it's, really easy and comfortable to speak on almost anything and everything. But he's silent on the fact today that his state in Punjab is burning. And the top cop there, who has just spoken to the media earlier, clearly does not tell you why has this man not been arrested. I do see our colleague Piyush, who managed that confrontation with Amritpal a little while earlier. And before I go to him, I want to go to Amandeep, who's also been tracking this entire story that has spanned over the last few hours, to actually give you a quick gist of why today we as a country, Amandeep, should be very, very, very worried. You have a center that is allowing the state of Punjab to burn. You have a chief minister who does not care. He hasn't spoken a word. He allows his police to cut a deal here with Amritpal and his men, the same men who attack a police station, attack 6 policemen who are injured. And he's giving himself a pat on the back. Then we'll also go to Sandeep. I see him there. He's tracking the story from Mumbai, because that is where today you have Bhagwant Singh Mann along with Arvind Kejriwal. But Amandeep, first up to you. Why today these images should worry all of us?
Just because the lackadaisical attitude of the government. So far, Dipti, no case has been registered. 24 hours has been passed regarding the incident and even the seize of Ajnala police station. And police is saying they are trying to verify the images of the people who stormed inside the police station. That all is on record. The people having swords is all visible in the cameras. And in fact, the police cops who were deployed there to secure the police station, they have witnessed the entire situation. But still, police wanted to cross-check it before registering any FIR against anyone. And even that is a major fact that Amritpal was leading that group. And even Amritpal was on the forefront, and he has said in his several statements that he was the one who was leading this protest that turned out to be the violent protest later on, and they captured the police station for 4 hours. And Amritpal was holding the office of the SHO in the police station, and in fact the entire police station was under the control of these protesters. And more than 24 hours have been passed, but no FIR has been registered. But in return, Dipti, Tufan Singh, accused of kidnapping case, has been discharged from the case. And application that was filed by the police before the court mentioned and clearly stated that Lavpreet Singh alias Tufan Singh was not in Amritsar at the day of the incident when the kidnapping of Varinder Pal had taken place. It was clearly mentioned, and in fact police has clearly mentioned in the application that police did not need Lavpreet Singh alias Tufan Singh into the case. He has no connection with the case. He should be discharged from the case. And following that application, the court has ordered, and Tufan is finally out of the jail, and Tufan along with Amritpal very soon reaching to the Golden Temple to celebrate their victory. And in fact, I can show you the visuals.
It's a dark day. And this is a dark day for the state of Punjab. If what we saw yesterday wasn't enough, if what we saw yesterday, Amandeep, wasn't enough, today is making matters worse. Amandeep there reporting from outside the Golden Temple. Amandeep, do bear with me. Let's quickly take this across to more of our reporters joining in, because the story has travelled right from Punjab to Mumbai. Now, how does the story have a Mumbai connection? Because the Chief Minister, Bhagwant Singh Mann, as his state is burning today, wants to be in the state of Maharashtra. Now, Sandeep, before I come to you, he's also confronted Bhagwant Singh Mann, asked him these tough questions that what really is your priority? Sit back and watch how a Chief Minister has responded.
पंजाब में क्या खालिस्तानी सरकार है भगवान मान जिंदाबाद क्वेश्चन Mr. Man, will you answer the question of Republic TV? Bhagwan Man, will you answer the question? Will you answer the question? Is it an unlearning of it? Mr. Man. Is it an anarchist government? सर क्या कर रहे हैं तूफान सिंह को क्यों छोड़ा भगवान पुलिस वालों को पीटा गया भगवान पुलिस वालों को
So Bhagwant Singh Mann there clearly obviously not wanting to speak to the media at all, but you know, Sandeep, I don't think we are surprised. We are not surprised because this is exactly the way netas behave. All that they care is votes. And I'm even told that in the next few hours, I mean, it's close to about 6:15 right now, in the next hour or so, he is meeting with Uddhav Thackeray. I mean, his eyes are focused on electoral battles. How to win states, how to get more votes. But what happens once he wins a state? He allows a state to burn. Sandeep.
Yes, as you rightly mentioned, the political parties and the political netas, such kind of incident does not matter for them because that is the only reason because he's, despite of so much of anger in Punjab and despite of so much, such a big incident happening in Punjab wherein a police station was in fact hijacked. Despite all that fact, Bhagwant Mann with Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal is in Mumbai to attend an event in a 5-star hotel, and apart from that, both of them are gonna meet Uddhav Thackeray today at Matoshri as well. So indeed, a very careless, a kind of behavior by Bhagwant Mann, and in fact, we asked several questions to Bhagwant Mann, but he was tight-lipped. He didn't respond to the question whether it is a Khalistani government, whether it is an anarchist government, why were the police officials were beaten, why there was an hijack in the police station. There was no answer, no response from Bhagwant Mann, and in fact it is a very sad state of law and order in Punjab wherein such a big incident has happened and no FIR has been registered. And in fact, Bhagwant Mann is attending an event in Mumbai in a 5-star hotel, Dipti.
That is true. And you know, Sandeep, I think today the voter of Punjab must be extremely concerned because this is absolutely not why the voter might have voted for the Aam Aadmi Party that literally swept the state of Punjab with a handsome majority of, Piyush, just about a year ago. And before we actually put out very quickly what the state top cop, the DGP, has said, and you must be wondering that, if you have a criminal like this who's housed in a jail, there is an FIR against him, And if you allow another criminal to come and, get him rescued by having this dharna, by wielding swords, lathis, pelting stone, he would also be booked. But Piyush, that clearly has not happened. So before we play out the DGP's reaction, Piyush, the language and the body language of this man called Amritpal is bold, confrontational. As if he is willing to cock a snook at the system again and again, a system that pleasantly has surrendered before him, Piyush.
Well, Dipti, what I can just tell you is that when you're going to be dealing with such kind of elements with kid gloves, you're going to get what you're going to get. And one just feels pity for those low-ranked officials who made an effort to arrest a person who they felt was involved in a crime, who they felt had physically abused a person. Now, what would be happening to the morale of those officials who would see that, their officials are being beaten black and blue, and then after being intimidated, the higher officials try to just take out and try to release the officials, who then tries to do a victory march and project that it is a bigger victory. So yes, a lot more to be concerned about, but a bigger concern also is about the state of affairs in Punjab. For many of us who have seen Punjab used to be a very prosperous state at one point of time. But now, when you see that there is so much of unemployment in the state, when you see so much of drug abuse in the state, you are going to see such kind of elements being coming up, and thereby, again, the issues which poses a threat to the national security is going to be raised. So yes, once again, this is a very big challenge for the Punjab government, one which had got thumping majority, and now it is for Bhagwant Mann and his team members to make sure that they improve the state of affairs in
Piyush,
Punjab. Not only
this is a
law and order wise,
self-created problem. Many would say that where is this a challenge? This is a self-created problem. Because the state has not intervened, Piyush. The reason why you're looking at these images on our screens. And before I again go back to our team of reporters who's been tracking that story very closely, and we also play out what the DGP in the entire case has said, just take a quick look of how the story has moved from the November of 2022 till now, and why we say that the state has been sleeping all through. Now, in the November of 2022, Republic exposed the Khalistani agenda. Our cameras caught this man, we spoke to him, and we cried, we shouted, we said this man is a huge internal security danger. Something must be done about him. What did the state do? Absolutely nothing. Followed by again, his supporters who vandalized property. They again went on a rampage. Was Amritpal arrested? Was he booked? The answer again, ladies and gentlemen, is an emphatic no. So the state allowed him to do this. Fast forward to the February of 2023, where just about in the last 24 hours, you've seen these very, very dramatic images. Amritpal-led mob completely goes on a rampage. Just think about the fact that what if you have anyone else instead of Amritpal? That man would have been booked. But this man today is allowed to walk free. Not just that, even his close aide has now been released. So why did the state do this? If the state wanted to do this, why did they even file an FIR in the first place? All these, remember, are questions that will be asked. Piyush, Amandeep and Sandeep are also with us. And I also want to see if we can play out the reaction of the DGP of the state of Punjab. And I'll check with our producers if we can play that out, because what he said today is extremely important. And I'll do one thing. I'll quickly want to go to Amandeep before we end the show, and we'll keep on top of that story. Amandeep, just one word. What have we heard from the administration? The state ministers, in fact, also have been saying. I think we just lost that phone line, the connection with Amandeep. Amandeep, you're at the Golden Temple. We are given to understand that Amritpal and his men are going to be coming there. So it is like, as if he's celebrating the release of his aide. He's celebrating the fact that he's brought the state to its knees, quite literally.
Absolutely, Dipti, absolutely. They have planned, and in fact, they'll do this. They will hold a victory march inside the Golden Temple. Amritpal, along with Tufan Singh and his entire supporters will be reaching at Golden Temple very soon, very shortly. And in fact, here they are going to celebrate. They are going to hold a victory march kind of here gathering. And in fact, they will show the entire police and the administration that how they have twisted the arm, and then they get their man released. And even an SIT has been constituted to investigate the FIR that was registered against Amritpal Singh. And I can show you the visual also. There is, if my camera person can just pan, and in fact, it is the place where they are going to be very soon. Amritpal along with Tufan Singh and their entire supporters reaching Golden Temple to pay obeisance and to celebrate this entire episode. Yes.
What a shame, Amandeep. We've run out of time, but what a shame today. What a shame. I'm not sure how the voters of the Aam Aadmi Party today and in the state of Punjab would be feeling. But Amandeep, Piyush and Sandeep, for the moment, thank you so much. That's all the time that we have right now. But on the other side of this quick break, we'll keep our focus on every bit of story that you need to know coming in now from the state of Punjab. Like I said, the Chief Minister is traveling in Mumbai, but also keeping our focus on what's been happening in Delhi. Very, very dramatic images that still continue to come in from the Civic Centre. There is this showdown between the AAP and the BJP, literally going down to the wire.
की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। तस्वीरों में आप देख सकते हैं ये अमृतपाल के सारे सपोर्टर्स हैं, पुलिस स्टेशन के अंदर घुसने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। तस्वीरें देखिए, ये लाठीचार्ज हो चुका है यहाँ पे तस्वीर बहुत बदतर हो चुकी है। कृष्णा, इन्होंने पत्थर चलाने शुरू कर दिए हैं, पुलिस स्टेशन के अंदर घुस गए ये लोग। They have captured the police station.
महिला मेयर है, उसके ऊपर हमला कर रहे हैं, लोगों के ऊपर हमला कर रहे हैं, पूरे सदन को तमाशा बना रखा है। ये तीनों चुनाव आज सर्वोच्च न्यायालय के आदेश पे हो रहे हैं। ये चुनाव भी नहीं होने देना चाहते, तो ना लोकतंत्र मानते हैं, ना संविधान मानते हैं, ना सुप्रीम कोर्ट मानते हैं।
आपको इलेक्शन कराना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि आपको समय पता है कि आप इलेक्शन हार रहे हो, इसलिए आप अवॉइड कर रहे हो।
He told you he's a threat to internal security.
Why to brandish weapon? Why it's the need of weapon when you are claiming that it's a peaceful procession which you will be carrying out?
No peace can be established without weapons. Why don't governments and the state and everybody, army, they just dismiss all the armies, all the weapons, dispose everything, and then ask us why do we have weapons?
For 3 months, centre and state didn't act. Now Khalistani Amritpal is on a rampage. Anarchy in Punjab, story broken on Republic.
has been broken by the protesters, and in fact they have moved all kind of security layers and they are moving towards the police station. Entire situation is getting tense and the police is trying to control the situation as well. लाठी चार्ज हो चुका है यहाँ पे. यहाँ तस्वीर बहुत बदतर हो चुकी है. जो पत्थर है चलाने शुरू कर दिए और इन लोगों ने पुलिस स्टेशन के अंदर तक जो है वो धावा बोल दिया है, क्योंकि इनका कहना ये था कि जो अमृतपाल सिंह के खिलाफ FIR दर्ज हुई है उसमें जो लोग गिरफ्तार हुए हैं उनको छुड़वाया जाए.
Soros, the allegedly evil Soros, has given a lot of money to a lot of people in the Indian news and especially the Indian digital news ecosystem. These people, who we will henceforth refer to as the hashtag Soros media, are therefore very rich media. The ironical part is that these completely blemished hashtag Soros media then asks the non-Soros media ethical questions. The Soros media asks the non-Soros media, non-Soros media tell us who owns the news. Well, I tell them, Uncle Soros owns you. These unethical members of the Soros media have been completely lying and constantly lying and saying, oh, you got to pay to keep the news free. We are so poor, we have no money, the mainstream media has money, we are broke, help us, please give us 100 rupees. Why 100 rupees? Should even 1 rupee be given by you?
Well, good evening, friends. Welcome to this 6:30 p.m. live and breaking important political developments to the country from the standoff or the ongoing standoff between the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party in the Municipal Corporation of Delhi to the Prime Minister campaigning in the northeast in Nagaland and Meghalaya. And then, of course, the turmoil in Punjab because of the Khalistani separatist Amritpal Singh and his campaign. All that and more in this bulletin. But let's begin with the headlines first. All right, in fact, let's begin with an important development and that's also connected with the Khalistani threat, but this time in Australia, down under. And the Khalistani threat is prominent now and just not India, as I said, but in international waters. After temples, the Indian consulate has become the latest target of Khalistani forces in Australia. Unidentified perpetrators affixed a Khalistani flag in the consulate and later the police confiscated the flag. Joining us live is the editor of the Australia Today, and let's go to him. Jay Bharadwaj is joining us live Jay, let me begin by asking, do you have a sense of who's doing this? Who's behind this? Suddenly, all this increase in Khalistani activity down under in Australia. We have seen this happening in Melbourne, in Brisbane. Who's behind this? Are we able to understand, locate these people from where they have come? What are their antecedents? What's their background? Have they been there in Australia for a while, or these are new people who have just come in and started a Khalistani campaign?
See, it's kind of a very easy question and very difficult question to ask at the same time. There are a number of people who have come from Canada and USA in Australia in last 6 months or so to propagate Khalistan propaganda. However, I would say there is sizable support to them through some gurudwaras here in Australia, primarily in Adelaide, Melbourne, and Brisbane. So they are the foot soldiers of these organizations which are based in USA and Canada. Those organizations who are based in these countries are providing ideological support, logistical support, and money power. And the foot soldiers in Australia are trying to win over the politician, win over the authorities by their money power, muscle power, as local politicians always love that. And they have, in last 3 years or so, this program has been going on for almost 4.5 years. In 3 years or so, they have got foothold within the authorities, Australian local political authorities. They have got that understanding how to manipulate them. Now, when they are running amok in these cities,
if you're getting me, you are giving a sense. Jai, you are giving a sense that these people have some kind of political patronage already in Australia. Is that the case? Is that what's happening on the ground? They have some political patronage, according to you?
Definitely. Without that, it's not possible to the kind of agenda they are running. The police is turning their face away from these goons. They would have been behind bar if the authorities were really sincere to act upon what has happened in Melbourne. The kind of violence we have seen on the streets of Melbourne is unprecedented. And that too at the time of Australian Open. Any other person, if they would have done that, definitely they were behind the bars. Australian police is very stagnant in terms of law and order situations. But right now, they're running with their swords open. They're attacking people on the streets. Nobody is even arresting them. A couple of people were issued penalty notices. That's about it. So there is kind of somewhere mismatch between understanding what these goons can do and how to tackle them.
Okay, but in the latest episode, any arrests yet? Any police action? You are suggesting that there is indulgence with these elements. It would be unfortunate if Australia turns to be another Canada, but any police action, particularly given the fact that our High Commission there in Canberra and the senior officials there, I believe, including our High Commissioner, they had met with the authorities in Melbourne. Is it getting or is it changing facts on the ground insofar as reaction of the authorities is concerned?
I'm hearing a lot of chatter right now. However, the results I haven't seen. When we talk to the police authorities, definitely they tell us we are working really hard. We have put XYZ number of officers on the case. But when it comes to the results, almost daily we attend the press conference by the police officers. They tell us we are working on it. It's the investigation is ongoing. That's the key word here. Investigation is ongoing. However, they haven't achieved anything. The attack on Hindu temples, graffiti and all that happened almost month and a half back. They haven't done anything on those lines. Now, this is a different state where this consulate of honorary consulate of India is situated in Queensland. Queensland police has now approached it a little bit aggressively, I would say, but 36 hours, no results have been achieved. There are a number of CCTV cameras around the building of Indian consulate. If normal police, you don't have to be a superstar police officer to understand that you have to access CCTV cameras and find out which car they came on. There is a registration number on the cars. And you will go and talk to the person who came in the same car.
Right. All right. Thank you so much, Jai, for joining us live from Australia. We'll keep tabs of the developments there. If there are any developments insofar as police action is concerned, you can, of course, keep us and our viewers updated. Thank you for joining us again. And from the Khalistani threat down under to the one back home, more sinister, more dangerous. Khalistani separatists have been out there on the streets in Amritsar since yesterday, we have seen, and the man at the center of all this campaign, Lovepreet Singh Tufan, is now carrying out a roadshow. His release from the jail on a kidnapping case after the police caved in or was carved down by the aggression shown by the Khalistani groups, and now he's carrying out roadshow. Amritpal Singh, of course, we saw how yesterday he came to the police station, barged inside, almost took siege of the place and negotiated release of Tufan, Lovepreet Tufan. Amandeep, I beg your pardon, is joining us over the phone. He's in fact covering this. In fact, Amandeep is not on over the phone, but live, joining us live from the Golden Temple in Amritsar. Amandeep, a roadshow for someone who was accused of kidnapping, and subsequently we saw all these hooligans taking siege of the police station. We also saw an apology of a press conference where sort of justification was being given for the Punjab police really getting cowed down by these elements. Amandeep, what's your sense on the ground? You have been there for the last 48 hours. Are these people really taking the law in their hands and cocking a snook at the Punjab government and Punjab police and giving them a dare that do whatever you can, but we will behave like this only? We will indulge in our activities and take the law for granted. Is this the message they are giving on the ground?
Well, Abhishek, they have already delivered this message to Punjab government as well as to Punjab police. They have twisted the Punjab police arm, they get their men released, and now they on the victory march towards the Golden Temple, where I am standing right now. I just show you the visuals that how the entire the place is occupied, and in fact some of them are the supporters of the Amritpal Singh and his group. They are waiting them to reach here and they join their victory march as well. What had happened from last 24 hours, that is completely shocking. In fact, more than 24 hours. Amritpal Singh has given a call to reach to Ajnala police station against the FIR that has been registered against him and his close aides, and the person Tufan Singh arrested just to press his release. And in fact, by yesterday afternoon, the group of Amritpal Singh reached outside the police station of Ajnala in Amritsar, and in fact broke down the first layer of barricade at around 1:45 p.m. and then they broke down another layer of the security outside the police station. They stormed inside the police station along with the weapons after attacking the cops with the swords and leaving them injured at the spot, and there was a bloodshed happened, and in fact also attacked the media persons and everybody which is coming in the way. They hold the possession of the police station which is nearby the border for continuously 4 hours, and Amritpal Singh made his office. The room of SHO has been completely occupied by the Amritpal along with his supporters, where they were planning for the further move. And what happened by the evening, Punjab police, Amritsar police released the statement that they are going to release Tufan Singh. They are going to file the discharge application, and that had happened today. And today the message is very much loud and clear to all the police administration as well as the government that it was Amritpal Singh who twisted the arm of Punjab police, get their men released, and in fact now celebrating the entire episode. This all had happened from last 24 hours.
Amandeep, police. Amandeep, police is one aspect of it. What's the political executive doing? Where is the chief minister? Why is he in Mumbai? And what's the view of the government insofar as the Amritsar developments of the last 24 hours are concerned? Are they worried? Shouldn't they be worried? And if yes, what are they doing?
Well, let me tell you, Abhishek, the movement of Chief Minister, who is also holding the home portfolio of Punjab Cabinet. In fact, he has attended an Punjab Investors Summit yesterday in Mohali. When the entire police station was hijacked by these protesters, Chief Minister was holding the discussions with the investors and inviting them to invest in the Punjab for the development. But no concern what all is happening in Amritsar. And today itself as well, a second day of Punjab Invest, he again visited to the Punjab Invest Summit, had the discussions with investors, and then without showing any concern, without releasing any statement, without taking any meeting in fact with the DGP regarding this incident, he has not even sought any kind of report regarding this entire episode. He left for the Mumbai. He and Kejriwal just few minutes back, they all both landed in the Mumbai. I mean, it seems to be like that Amritsar SSP is the only one who is actually holding the situation and handling the situation and negotiating the talks and even facing these protesters. But nobody else is intervening into. And today evening, after almost more than 24 hours, Punjab DGP came out with a statement that now Punjab police is analyzing the videos of the protesters to further pursue the case. I mean, is this the kind of statement from the state police chief justified more than 20? In fact, this all had happened.
All right. Of course, you can't justify this, but a lot of questions. Hopefully, the Aam Aadmi Party government there in Punjab would take note of those questions and try to redress at least some of them. It seems serious on the ground. Amandeep, by the way, nice pictures behind you. Divine presence there of the Golden Temple in the backdrop where you are reporting from. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll move on a short break on the other side. Prime Minister hits hard at opposition response to the Kabar Khodegi attack with Kamal Khilega. Zelensky pledges for victory, addresses his troops as Ukraine war completes 1 year today.
Soros, the allegedly evil Soros, has given a lot of money to a lot of people in the Indian news and especially the Indian digital news ecosystem. These people, who we will henceforth refer to as the hashtag Soros media, are therefore very rich media. The ironical part is that these completely blemished hashtag Soros media then asks the non-Soros media ethical questions. The Soros media asks the non-Soros media tell us who owns the news. Well, I tell them Uncle Soros owns you. These unethical members of the Soros media have been completely lying and constantly lying and saying, oh, you got to pay to keep the news free. We are so poor, we have no money, the mainstream media has money, we are broke, help us, please give us 100 rupees. Why 100 rupees? Should even 1 rupee be given by you?
घुसने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। तस्वीरों में आप देख सकते हैं ये अमृतपाल के सारे सपोर्टर्स हैं, पुलिस स्टेशन के अंदर घुसने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। तस्वीरें देखिए, ये लाठीचार्ज हो चुका है यहाँ पे तस्वीर बहुत बदतर हो चुकी है। कृष्णा, इन्होंने पत्थर चलाने शुरू कर दिए हैं, पुलिस स्टेशन अंदर घुस गए ये लोग। They have captured the police station.
महिला मेयर है उसके ऊपर हमला कर रहे हैं, लोगों के ऊपर हमला कर रहे हैं, पूरे सदन को
Well, after his Gucci slippers and high-end jeans were seized in a surprise raid at the Mandoli jail in Delhi, alleged conman Sukesh Chandrasekhar is now crying foul. He is making allegations of bribe against the same jail officials. Here's a detailed report.
"24 hours after a jilted Sukesh, and his 1.5 lakh Gucci slippers and 80,000 worth high-end jeans made the headlines. A disgruntled Sukesh is now crying foul. Sukesh is mourning the loss of his most prized belongings.
ये जो आपका सामने आया है, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इट्स अ ओल्ड वीडियो. आई एम फ्रॉम 9 days आई मीन ईडी कस्टडी. गुच्ची का आपका जो इट इज ऑल लीगली अलाउड इन फैमिली मुलाकात. योर फैमिली कैन गिव द क्लोथ्स. तो आप बोल रहे हैं उसमें.
He has resorted to bratish tantrums.
Second, it is come officially from Mulakat. It is allowed, your family is allowed to give clothes, chappals, shoes, and if it's worth 5 lakh, 10 lakh, if I can afford, what is the problem?
He's throwing a fit.
It is done by Deepak Sharma, Assistant Superintendent, and Jai Singh, who have taken money from me, who have extorted money from me.
So, Sukesh, your allegations against Satyendra Jain, are they all valid?
Yes.
The alleged conman is completely devastated. From once grabbing the limelight for posing with top Bollywood stars, known for shelling out Gucci and Louis Vuitton gifts, to landing in jail over 200 crore money laundering scam, life has come a full circle for Sukesh Chandrasekhar. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
आग को फैलने से रोकना मुश्किल है, पर नामुमकिन नहीं। अब फायरवॉल टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ सेंचुरी प्लाइड क्लब प्राइम आग से बचाए।
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 10 years, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, masscom, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
Has been broken by the protesters, and in fact they have moved all kind of security layers and they are moving towards the police station. Entire situation is getting tense and the police is trying to control the situation as well. लाठी चार्ज हो चुका है यहाँ पे. यहाँ तस्वीर बहुत बदतर हो चुकी है. जो पत्थर है चलाने शुरू कर दिए और इन लोगों ने पुलिस स्टेशन के अंदर तक जो है वो धावा बोल दिया है, क्योंकि इनका कहना ये था कि जो अमृतपाल सिंह के खिलाफ FIR दर्ज हुई है उसमें जो लोग गिरफ्तार हुए हैं उनको छुड़वाया जाए.
Soros, the allegedly evil Soros, has given a lot of money to a lot of people in the Indian news and especially the Indian digital news ecosystem. These people, who we will henceforth refer to as the hashtag Soros media, are therefore very rich media. The ironical part is that these completely blemished hashtag Soros media then asks the non-Soros media ethical questions. The Soros media asks the non-Soros media tell us who owns the news. Well, I tell them Uncle Soros owns you. These unethical members of the Soros media have been completely lying and constantly lying and saying, oh, you got to pay to keep the news free. We are so poor, we have no money, the mainstream media has money, we are broke, help us, please give us 100 rupees. Why 100 rupees? Should even 1 rupee be given by you?
की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. तस्वीरों में आप देख सकते हैं ये अमृतपाल के सारे सपोर्टर्स हैं, पुलिस स्टेशन के अंदर घुसने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. तस्वीरें देखिए, ये लाठीचार्ज हो चुका है यहाँ पे तस्वीर बहुत बदतर हो चुकी है. है कृष्णा, इन्होंने पत्थर चलाने शुरू कर दिए हैं। पुलिस स्टेशन अंदर तक घुस गए।
Welcome back. Today marks an year to the day when Russia started its Ukraine war, and from France to Portugal, many parts of Europe and the West particularly, in fact, rest of the world as well, stand united, showing solidarity with Ukraine as the war completes a year. Here's a report.
"365 days after Putin launched what he called a special military operation in Ukraine. As war ravaged, Ukraine continues to fight back the Russian offensive. The world is standing in solidarity with Ukraine today. From France to Portugal, Montenegro, and London, where the Ukrainian flag was painted outside the Russian embassy, but with neither side willing to budge, with no apparent end to the Russia-Ukraine war. More destruction is to follow. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
No lessons learned. BJP and AAP continued drama during the standing committee member elections in the MCD. On the other side,
he told you he's a threat to internal security.
Why to brandish weapon? Why it's the need of weapon when you are claiming that it's a peaceful procession which you will be carrying out?
No peace can be established without weapons. Why don't government send the state and everybody, army, they just dismiss all the armies, all the weapons, dispose everything, and then ask us why do we have weapons?
For 3 months, center and state didn't act. Now Khalistani Amritpal is on a rampage. Anarchy in Punjab, story broken on Republic.
Has been broken by the protesters, and in fact they have moved all kind of security layers and they are moving towards the police station. Entire situation is getting tense and the police is trying to control the situation as well. लाठी चार्ज हो चुका है यहाँ पे। यहाँ तस्वीर बहुत बदतर हो चुकी है, जो पत्थर है चलाने शुरू कर दिए और इन लोगों ने पुलिस स्टेशन के अंदर तक जो है वो धावा बोल दिया है, क्योंकि इनका कहना ये था कि जो अमृतपाल सिंह के खिलाफ FIR दर्ज हुई है उसमें जो लोग गिरफ्तार हुए हैं उनको छुड़वाया जाए।
Soros, the allegedly evil Soros, has given a lot of money to a lot of people in the Indian news and especially the Indian digital news ecosystem. These people, who we will henceforth refer to as the hashtag Soros media, are therefore very rich media. The ironical part is that these completely blemished hashtag Soros media then asks the non-Soros media ethical questions. The Soros media asks the non-Soros media. Non-Soros media tell us who owns the news. Well, I tell them, Uncle Soros owns you. These unethical members of the Soros media have been completely lying and constantly lying and saying, oh, you got to pay to keep the news free. We are so poor. We have no money. The mainstream media has money. We are broke. Help us. Please give us 100 rupees. Why 100 rupees? Should even 1 rupee be given by you?
घुसने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। तस्वीरों में आप देख सकते हैं ये अमृतपाल के सारे सपोर्टर्स हैं, पुलिस स्टेशन के अंदर घुसने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। तस्वीरें देखिए, ये लाठीचार्ज हो चुका है यहाँ पे तस्वीर बहुत बदतर हो चुकी है। कृष्णा, इन्होंने पत्थर चलाने शुरू कर दिए हैं, पुलिस स्टेशन के अंदर घुस गए ये लोग। They have captured the police station.
Hello and welcome. You're watching Republic TV. On the biggest story tonight, we're going to discuss about the situation in Ukraine and Russia. It's been 365 days of the war. Exactly a year back, Russian forces had in fact invaded into Ukraine. Where do both of these countries stand today? Where does the world stand today? We'll have a look at that. First up, let's have a quick check of the headlines. Amritpal makes his agenda clear, gives a call for secession. Over 24 hours after violence, no FIR, no action. Punjab police gives in to Amritpal's demand. Complete anarchy in Punjab, but Bhagwant Mann lands in Mumbai for civic poll strategy. After attack on Hindu temples, Khalistani flag put up outside Indian consulate in Brisbane. Prime Minister hits back at Vadra Congress's abuse politics, gives Kamal Khilega retort to Kabar Khudegi comment. 1 year on, there seems to be no end to Russia-Ukraine war. Can there be a ceasefire? Now, it's been 1 year of Russian invasion in Ukraine. In the last few days, we've seen a fresh escalation with Biden visiting Kyiv and Chinese diplomat visiting Kremlin. As the war finishes 365 days, who has it benefited the most? Here's what the world leaders are saying.
It's 1 year of the Russia-Ukraine war. A year back, there was chaos over the situation in Ukraine. 365 days, where does the world stand? Ukraine president, while boosting the morale of forces, pledged to push for victory in 2023.
Залежить щогодини саме від тебе, українські воїни. Найголовніше – наша людина, яка стоїть і завдяки якій стоять мільйони українців. Яка вистоїть і завдяки якій вистоїть Україна.
The West continues to back Ukraine. UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak led a minute of silence on the steps of number 10 Downing Street to mark the one-year anniversary of the Ukraine invasion. US President tweeted, "I'll repeat today what I said 1 year ago as Russia invaded Ukraine. A dictator bent on rebuilding an empire will never erase the people's love of liberty. Brutality will never grind down the will of the free. And Ukraine will never be a victory for Russia. Never." World leaders are slamming Putin.
Das Gegenteil ist richtig. Je früher Russlands Präsident einsieht, dass er sein imperialistisches Ziel nicht erreichen wird, desto größer ist die Chance auf ein baldiges Kriegsende. Putin hat es in der Hand. Er kann diesen Krieg beenden.
And China, that held talks with Kremlin a few days back, wants both sides to announce ceasefire.
那么首先呢，我也想先向大家介绍一下相关的情况。习近平主席提出的4个应该、4个共同和3点思考，是中方处理乌克兰问题的根本遵循。中方在乌克兰问题上始终秉持客观公正立场，积极劝和促谈，为推动危机解决发挥建设性作用。
Putin has shown no signs of pullback.
Для ликвидации угрозы, которая исходила от неонацистского режима, сложившегося на Украине. Мы не воюем с народом Украины, об этом я уже много раз говорил. Сам народ Украины стал заложником киевского режима и его западных хозяев, которые фактически оккупировали эту страну в политическом, военном, экономическом смысле. Десятилетиями разрушали украинскую промышленность, грабили природные богатства. Закономерным итогом стали социальная деградация, колоссальный рост бедности и неравенства.
1 year into the war, who has the edge? Can any side claim victory, or is it just posturing? Bureau Report, Republic TV.
And on this biggest story tonight, on this edition of the biggest story tonight, we're being joined by two very special guests. One is a journalist from Kyiv, Roman Mova, who's joining us live from Kyiv. And the other guest we have tonight is Kuldeep Kumar, who's a Ukrainian resident. He's of the Indian origin. He has been operationalizing a restaurant in Ukraine. He's decided to stay back in Ukraine and help the people there. Kuldeep, before I come to you, my first question would be to Roman Mova. You have been covering the war extensively for the last 1 year. You've seen how this war has, how the war started, how it has progressed over the last 365 days. When we compare the 2 years, what happened last year and this year, what do you see is the difference? Have things escalated? Are things the same? Or do you see any chances of the war waning out?
First of all, the escalation, I'd say, decreased because we had 4 front lines at the beginning of the war. There was the Kyiv advance, the advance to the southern regions, and the advance to the east. In April, Russia pulled out the troops from the Kyiv front, and later on during the year we retaken Kherson, and now we have basically 2 front lines that merge into one. So there is more localized fighting. As for how the situation changed, people are more adapted to the war. Previously, when it all started a year ago, there was way more panic and fear and unpreparedness. People were there was lack of food sometimes because of the logistics. There was lack of electricity during the year, but we've adapted to all of it. There was lack of petrol, but essentially at the end we adapted, and now we can find whatever we need. We live normally, and we just whenever there is a bombing, we go to the safe location. But the life goes on. We are not unprepared. It became part of the life.
Roman, in fact, when you're talking about how the preparations have how Ukraine is sort of better prepared right now for the situation, for the war. But we see a situation where Biden has visited Kyiv. is the situation escalated post that? Because then we saw Chinese diplomats going to Kremlin, meeting Putin. So there is sort of posturing that is taking place on both sides. Again, the similar situation that we've seen last year as well. Considering that, do you think that Ukraine has enough support from the West? Because we've seen Biden announcing more arms, more military aid. Do you think it is enough for Ukraine to go on? But do you think would it be enough for Ukraine to win against Russia?
Well, the support is ongoing. I can't say for sure that current amount is absolutely enough. We possibly will get something more during the year, but I'd say this is enough for us to keep going. So far we are in a stalemate, but as far as I know, the plan is to go on a spring offensive, to wait out the bad weather during the winter and then continue more active fighting in spring when those ammunition and new equipment that was given by the West actually arrives in Ukraine, because it's still going here. I'd say there is a chance, yes. By the surveys, if you look at public polls, overwhelming majority of Ukrainians believes in the victory, like 90% and above, depending on the poll.
Yes. Roman, thank you very much for speaking to us. In fact, I would like to ask our other guest, Kuldeep Kumar, to stay with us. But we have to move on to some breaking news that we are getting from Amritsar right now. And these are the pictures that we're getting from Amritsar, from outside the Golden Temple. And Amandeep is joining us live as Amritpal's aide Tufan has reached Golden Temple, is what we are getting to know. Amandeep, over to you for the ground situation there.
Well, absolutely. Amritpal Singh along with Lapreet Singh Tufan and all their supporters have reached at the Golden Temple to pay the obeisance. And in fact, you can see the visuals also that now Amritpal Singh along with Tufan Singh and their all supporters have just arrived here after just few hours back, almost 2 hours back. Tufan Singh was released from Amritsar Central Jail after Amritsar police has filed the discharge application that he was not present during the day of the kidnapping, and even now they have lifted the protest from Ajnala, and in fact all of their supporters and all of people who were present in Ajnala and now reached at the Golden Temple to pay the obeisance. You can see the visuals as well. Even we are trying to reach to Amritpal Singh, who is just in the middle of the crowd as well, to speak to him, but we are struggling to reach there also. But yes, now this is the present situation, that in the afternoon Tufan Singh has been released from Amritsar jail, and by evening Amritpal Singh along with supporters and Tufan Singh has now arrived at Golden Temple to pay the obeisance. So this is the present situation. This is how the entire day has been unfolded, just because in the morning the Ajnala police have filed a discharge application before the Ajnala court. After that, Ajnala court has ordered the discharge of Tufan Singh from the case, from the kidnapping case, and later the discharge order has been posted to jail department, and after getting the orders from the court, the jail department has released Tufan Singh, and now supporters along with Tufan Singh, Amritpal Singh, they all are here, and in fact they have visited the Golden Temple. It is all according to their schedule, and further after paying obeisance at Golden Temple, they will be moving to the native place of Amritpal Singh at Jallupur Kheda. So this is how the day has been unfolded, and even further they will release their program, that what are going to do after this. So but present situation is, you can see that Tufan Singh in yellow turban is standing along with Amritpal Singh. So this is how the ground is. In fact, if my camera person can show you the 360-degree angle of this place, just because we are just standing outside the Golden Temple, and there a huge gathering of the supporters of Amritpal Singh is here also, who is accompanied with Tufan Singh and Amritpal Singh. You can see the visuals. This is the gathering, and in fact these are the supporters. They have reached here with the full crowd, and they have crossed the entire Amritsar, and after that they are reaching here by the evening, and now they will pay obeisance inside the Golden Temple, and further they will be leaving for Jallupur Kheda, that is the native place of Amritpal Singh. So this is all is happening here, and in fact this will happen a few minutes after this also. But now Tufan Singh is being discharged after the police filed the application, after Amritpal Singh has produced the evidence. This is what the police has claimed while filing the discharge application of Amritpal Singh, that they have received some evidence. They have received some evidence from Amritpal Singh, and that evidence proved that Tufan Singh was not in Amritsar when the kidnapping take place. So following that evidence and considering that piece of evidence as an important for the case, they have filed the discharge application. This is what the police statement came out, and you can see from last 24 hours Amritsar remain in the focus, and Amritpal Singh remain on the top focus of everything. But now it is that situation has been calmed down, and in fact the protest has been lifted yesterday evening from the police station, and they were staying in the Gurdwara, and now they have reached to the Golden Temple.
And we're getting these latest pictures from the Civic Center in Delhi, and look at those pictures there, how councillors are engaged in a scuffle there, trying to run away, pushing each other. These are the latest pictures. We are getting in live pictures that we're getting from the Civic Center. Councillors, once again, after the showdown that we saw late night on Wednesday, I beg your pardon, Anuj is joining us live as he gets us these pictures to tell us more to tell us what is happening there exactly at the Civic Center. Anuj, over to you.
What exactly is happening? They are beating each other at this point in time, beating each other, threatening each other. Mayor has just left, but you can see the condition there. What exactly is happening? The police is trying to control the situation, but see how the people are beating each other. The councillors are beating each other. These are the dramatic visuals coming in from the house. The ballot has been broken. The mic has been broken. They have broken the mic. These are the BJP councillors who are there in the ball, and Aam Aadmi Party and BJP face off. I can see some ladies, some women are fighting with each other. They are beating each other, holding their hairs and turning their hairs, and you can see the condition what is happening. We are giving you the visual. These are the dramatic visuals. What is happening? This is the ruckus which has been witnessed. These are the dramatic visuals coming in. We will try and get in over there. We will try and go to that particular area. I'll ask our journalist to give you a selfie. We will try, because Mayor has just left the chair. She ran from there when we saw how this has started. The laptop has been broken. They were the councillors who have beaten each other badly, and still the condition remains the same. They are beating each other. These are the dramatic visuals. We are trying to get in over there. We will just rush to that area. We will just rush to that area if we can get these visuals. But these are the dramatic visuals what we are seeing at this point in time. You can clearly understand. Let me tell you that earlier Mayor announces that this is going to be the voting. This is going to be the result. See, these are the dramatic visuals what we are showing you. This exactly is the condition. They are beating each other. These are the images we are giving you from the ground and you can clearly see what exactly is happening. The police is trying to control the situation. The police there is trying to control the situation, but they are beating each other. That's something what we are seeing. Let me tell you that this was announced by the mayor, that result will be announced considering one invalid, and recounting will not be done because both parties are not on the
side. The only effort that has been made by these marshals of the MCD House is that escorting Mayor Shelly Oberoi to safety. Apart from that, besides that, these marshals are standing idle. This is possible because
Shameful, absolutely shameful pictures there coming in from the Civic Center in Delhi, where we see councillors pushing, shoving each other, coming down to blows, punching each other, hair being pulled off the councillors there. And this is not the first time that the Civic Center there in Delhi has witnessed such scenes. This is in fact...
मत करिए, उसकी बात नहीं मानी जा रही थी। जो चुनाव आयोग से जो लोग आए थे वो घोषित करके गए थे कि 3 सदस्य हमारे 3 उनके जीत गए, उसके निर्णय को भी नहीं माना इन्होंने। हम बैल में नहीं गए, इन्होंने जबरदस्ती जब रिकाउंटिंग करी तो हमने उसका विरोध करने मंच में गए। इतनी देर में इनके महिलाओं ने, इनके पुरुषों ने हमारी महिलाओं के साथ मारपीट करी। खूब आतंकवादी है। मीनाक्षी हमारी पार्षद है नारकली से, उसके चोट आई, खून निकला उसके। मैं रवि नेगी हूँ, रवि नेगी विनोद नगर से 198 से पार्षद हूँ, पूर्व में विधायक लड़ा था।
So one of the councillors there saying that one of the councillors has suffered serious injuries. He's been bleeding. Now these are the pictures that we are seeing live right now. One of the councillors standing on the bench looks like he has been injured. Looks like he has had a medical emergency on the floor of the MCD. There's been pushing, shoving, all the councillors coming down to blows, punching each other. Complete mayhem on the floor of the house there in the Civic Centre in Delhi. We're getting you these live pictures. Some councillors standing on the benches taking videos as well. The marshals there, the security there have failed to maintain the situation there. Live bites coming in, live sound bites coming in. Let's listen in.
एक बार चल रहा है, जब रिजल्ट वो डिक्लेयर कर गए तो वो क्यों नहीं बोलती? अनाउंस करती है झगड़े के लिए। क्या नाम है आपका? मेरा नाम मीनाक्षी शर्मा, अनारकली वार्ड 208 से नगर सेविका हूँ, पर उनके सिर्फ पार्षद ने बदतमीजी करी है, छोड़ूंगी नहीं मैं। और उनके पार्षद
आप कराने वाले अधिकारी है, उन्होंने क्लियर मैडम को कहा कि मैडम ये वोट वैलिड है। आप लोग भी कैमरे के माध्यम से और पूरा सदन और शायद पूरी दिल्ली, पूरा देश देख रहा होगा, लेकिन मैडम को एक ही दिमाग में माइंड सेट था। आप लोगों ने हाथापाई की है, मारपीट की है? नहीं, उनके लोगों ने भी मारापीटी की है। उनके लोग भी मंच पे चढ़े हैं, बेल पे आए हैं, उनके लोग उग्रवादी है, लगातार उनके लोग। नहीं, हम तो कह रहे हैं साहब सदन को बढ़िया चलाइए। अगर हमें सदन नहीं चलाना होता तो क्या हम डिप्टी मेयर मेयर का चुनाव होने देते? हमने शांतिपूर्वक चुनाव कराया। मैं न्यू अशोकनगर वार्ड नंबर 190 से हूँ, पार्षद हूँ, बीजेपी से काउंसलर हूँ मैं। संजीव सिंह नाम है, संजीव सिंह।
अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने सिर्फ ये देख के उनको दिए गई टिकटें कि वो गुंडे हैं इस क्षेत्र के। मतलब इस प्रकार से मारेंगे क्या? निगम के अंदर इस प्रकार से मारा पीटी होगी क्या? मैडम सिर्फ एक ही बात के ऊपर, जब निगम के अंदर चुनाव अधिकारी जो इलेक्शन कमीशन से आए थे वो 6 आदमियों का रिजल्ट घोषित कर गए। हम सिर्फ इतनी डिमांड कर रहे हैं कि जो रिजल्ट वो घोषित करके गए, आप मेयर मैडम उसे घोषित करो। मेयर मैडम कह रही है नहीं जी, मैं एक वोट को इनवैलिड करके मैं अपनी मर्जी से रिजल्ट शीट घोषित करूंगी। इस तरह कैसे होगा? तो इस हाँ,
ये देखिए यहाँ खून, यहाँ
काउंटिंग भी लोकतांत्रिक तरीके से चल रही थी, लेकिन जब इनको कुछ नहीं मिला, जब इन्हें लगा कि हम हार रहे हैं, तो इन्होंने
भाषा बोलती हूँ मैं न्यूज के ऊपर।
करने दो पिन।
नहीं, वो कोई एक पार्षद ही है उनमें से, मुझे नहीं, क्योंकि भीड़ बहुत है, तो वो आपस में जब संघर्ष इतना बढ़ गया तो निश्चित तौर पर कोई गिर गया, किसी को चोट लगी है। मेरे भी पैर में चोट आई है। संजीव कुमार।
As we beam these live pictures from the Delhi Civic Centre, absolutely shocking and disgraceful pictures coming in of the violence that is taking place on the floor of the house. We have Ankit joining us from the newsroom. He's been covering this MCD drama, this violence that the councillors have been indulging in for the last 3 days. Ankit, these are the pictures that we're seeing on the screen of how violence is taking place on the floor of the house. We've seen a sort of a medical emergency taking place on the floor of the house as one of the councillors seems to have fainted as well.
शुरू से गुंडागर्दी कर रहे हैं, ये तो आप सबको मालूम है।
क्या मैम का नाम क्या है? मैम का नाम क्या है? हाँ, सुल्ताना,
जामा मस्जिद वोट सुल्ताना
की वोट वैलिड है तो आप इसको निष्पक्ष चुनाव कराइए। लेकिन मैडम अपने पार्टी के
दुर्गेश पाठक अतीशी और ऋतुराज के इशारे पे लगातार बेईमानी करती आ रही है और वोट को इनवैलिड कर रही है। हमने उनका मेयर का, डिप्टी मेयर का चुनाव निष्पक्ष कराया, ईमानदारी से शांतिपूर्ण करवाया, लेकिन उनको स्टैंडिंग कमेटी शुरू से ही उस पर नजर थी और वो बेईमानी पे उतर आए।
आपने माइक तोड़ा है, टेबल तोड़ी है, तस्वीरें साफ आई है, तो माइक तोड़ा आपने।
सुनिए, अगर हमारे साथ गलत होगा हम बर्दाश्त नहीं करेंगे। हमारी बहनों पे वो हाथ उठा रहे हो, हमारी बहनों पे उन्होंने हाथ उठाया।
आपका सामने आपका वीडियो है।
बिल्कुल, हम
रिजल्ट सुना रही थी, आपने आगे माइक तोड़ दिया।
सुनिए, हमारी बहनों पे उन्होंने हाथ छोड़ा है, हमारी बहनों को चोट आई है, लगातार हमारी बहनों पे अत्याचार हो रहा है। हम 2 दिन से हम लोग परेशान हैं यहाँ बैठ के।
ये आरोप तो वो लगा सकते हैं, मेयर जब घोषणा कर रही थी तब आप
मेयर गलत घोषणा कर रही है। मेयर सबकी मेयर है, हम मेयर सबकी मेयर है और मेयर
ऐसे नहीं कर सकते।
नहीं, आप मीडिया अलाउड नहीं है, मीडिया अलाउड नहीं है, आप कब्जा करिए। कोई हाथ आप इस
These pictures were beaming live from the Delhi Civic Centre, and Ankit in fact continues to be live with us from the newsroom there. Ankit, look at the pictures there. We've seen this for the last 3 days as well. What has been happening at the Delhi Civic Centre? The violence taking place on the floor of the house. Describe these pictures as we beam these pictures live for our viewers.
Absolutely. Arguably, Sanika, this is the worst that we've seen yet. For 3 days, we've been watching these.
MS बोल रही है, स्टैंडिंग कमेटी के वहाँ पर कमिश्नर बोल रहा है, सारे लीगल एक्सपर्ट बोल रहे हैं कि वो वोट ठीक है, कि गुंडागर्दी दिखा रहे हैं, उसको इनवैलिड कहने में, इनके कहने से वोट इनवैलिड हो जाएगा। हम कोर्ट जाएंगे। शरद कपूर अमर कॉलोनी से, शरद कपूर अमर कॉलोनी से। हम ही ने जो सुबह याचिका डाली थी हाई कोर्ट में, उसके बाद इन्होंने इलेक्शन शुरू से कराया नंबर 1 से, नहीं तो ये अपनी बात पे अड़े हुए थे। इलेक्शन ये वहीं से कंटिन्यू करेंगे। जब हम कोर्ट गए, रात को इनको नोटिस पहुंचे, तो आज सुबह इन्होंने उसको पढ़कर इलेक्शन 1 नंबर से शुरू कराया। अब ये हरकतें कर रहे हैं।
ये इंसान तो इंसान ही है। जब उनके लोग हमारी लेडीज को छेड़ते, वो जेन्युइनली टच करते हैं हमें, तो सब ठीक है। बिल्कुल, आज तो अभी तो हद ही कर दी। यहाँ पर 10 आम आदमी पार्टी के पार्षद इस दरवाजे पे, हालांकि दरवाजा भी आपका इंजर्ड हुआ है, उस दरवाजे पे खड़े होकर 10 आम आदमी पार्टी के पार्षदों ने एक बीजेपी के पार्षद को लातों से, घूसों से कूट के जमीन पे लिटा के मारा। मैं नाम नहीं जानती क्योंकि मैंने शक्ल नहीं देखी, मैंने उसकी पीठ देखी, जमीन में गिरा हुआ था, उसने ब्लू कलर की वेस्ट कोट पहनी हुई थी। आम आदमी पार्टी का पार्षद होता तो वो लोग अपने पार्टी के पार्षद को ऐसे नहीं कूट रहे होते। डेफिनेटली वो बीजेपी का पार्षद था और उसके साथ उसके ऊपर उन्होंने अपनी एक पार्षद बहन को बुला के धक्का दे दिया और क्या कहा कि हम इसको इसलिए कूट रहे हैं क्योंकि ये इस बहन को छेड़ रहा है। इतनी घटिया मानसिकता, शर्म आनी चाहिए। हर रोज ही करते हैं। इनकी एक बॉबी नाम की पार्षदा है, उसको बोलते हैं बॉबी तैयार रही है, तेरे को उस पे धक्का देंगे, तेरे को उस पे धक्का देंगे। अरे क्या करते हैं ये लोग, इधर उधर उसको हाथ लगा के ऐसे लिटरली धक्का दे रहे हैं।
Ankit continues to be with us in the newsroom as we beam these pictures of the fist fight, of the scuffle taking place on the floor of the house in the Civic Centre in Delhi. Ankit, this is the worst we've seen so far. Politicians behaving like goons on the floor of the house. Is this what we voted for?
It's a complete brawl that's broken out. You can see in the pictures in front of you, there is a woman there. It's unclear and it is unimportant which party she's from, but she's being jostled around, pushed around, she's been grabbed by the hair. Everyone is fighting with everyone, it appears. It's a complete melee that has broken out. It's a free-for-all. This is the characteristic definition of a free-for-all. We saw also, Sanika, a short while earlier, an elderly councillor grabbing his throat, clutching at it, then collapsing onto a table, seemingly gesticulating that he couldn't breathe or he needed water or something like that. So in the midst of all this fighting, clearly there are people who have sustained injuries also. The police had to be brought in, Sanika. That's the first that we've seen that happen. On the sidelines, once again, you can see that there is no question of people not being involved. There is even the people on the outside are tossing, whether it's water or it's paper or it's something else. There again you can see on the screens this visual of one of these councillors whose hair has been pulled from all directions. She's clearly struggling there, but there is no let up to the fighting. Just when it looks like there is someone who has come in to separate two people, it emerges that even that person wants to grab someone by the neck.
लेकिन आम आदमी पार्टी अरविंद केजरीवाल के कहने के ऊपर यहाँ गुंडागर्दी कर रही है, चुनाव को डिक्लेयर नहीं कर रही है, और जिस प्रकार से असंवैधानिक काम कर रहा है भारतीय जनता पार्टी उसको होने नहीं देगी। लेकिन जिस प्रकार से यहाँ पे गुंडागर्दी हुई है, मारपीट हुई है, भारतीय जनता पार्टी इसको बर्दाश्त नहीं करेगी। हम कोर्ट जाएंगे, हमें जो संवैधानिक अधिकार होगा हम उसको करेंगे। लेकिन हमारी मांग सिर्फ इतनी है, जो इलेक्शन कमीशन ने कहा है, इलेक्शन कमीशन के अधिकारियों ने कहा है कि जो रिजल्ट कहा है 3 भारतीय जनता पार्टी के और 3 आम आदमी पार्टी के, वो इलेक्शन को उसको डिक्लेयर करना पड़ेगा मेयर को।
वोट इनवैलिड करार दिए गए हैं, उसको लेकर
सवाल इनवैलिड को नहीं है। जब इलेक्शन कमीशन ने कह दिया, इलेक्शन कमीशन के अधिकारियों ने कह दिया कि वो वोट वैलिड है और 3 कैंडिडेट बीजेपी के जीतते हैं, 3 आम आदमी पार्टी के जीतते हैं, 4था कैंडिडेट आम आदमी पार्टी का हारता है, उसको क्यों नहीं मान रहे? संवैधानिक संस्थाओं को क्यों नहीं मानते अरविंद केजरीवाल, और गुंडागर्दी क्यों करते? सवाल ये है।
जिस तरह सदन की तस्वीरें सामने आई है, उससे तो कभी एमसीडी इलेक्शन शांतिपूर्ण नहीं हो।
अब ये ओनर्स पीठासीन अधिकारी के ऊपर है कि सदन को कैसे चलने देते हैं, लेकिन असंवैधानिक कार्य ना हमने कभी करने दिया था, ना हम करने देंगे।
हरीश भैया, there you heard again once more flagging the procedure, but whatever the procedure is for the election, and remember we have progressed in terms of where we are in the election. The election has been completed. 242 councillors out of 250 have voted. We were awaiting the counting, but instead what we've seen is about a couple of dozen councillors, maybe more, engaging in an all-out brawl. A total war zone has is what has resulted here in the Delhi MCD House. It is worse than what we saw. It is arguable that 2 nights ago, this is, and among those, what we are witnessing on our screens right now is perhaps what symbolizes exactly what we've seen is one of these women councillors being thrashed from all sides. There are attempts somewhere to extricate her. There are some who are continuing to jostle and push her. There is at least one occasion where she is grabbed by the hair and she is pulled. There was another melee also alongside where there were a couple of elderly gentlemen councillors who were absolutely not being gentlemen. They had each other in various arm locks. And once again you can see where the dais is, where the mayor should be. That is where all this is breaking out. We've seen it as a characteristic feature. The councillors rush to the well of the house, and then there is absolute pandemonium. Sanika, there is a chair, there is a door behind the mayor's chair, and that is where everyone heads to escape. That is presumably the exit, and that is where all of these fights are centered around. You see there are also councillors there who are recording videos. No one is of course seated in any capacity, certainly not in their place, but everyone is involved in this fight that is breaking out. It doesn't appear that there is anyone who is trying to break it up. In fact, if it looks like they were trying to break it up, it very quickly emerges that it was only so that they could themselves then enter the fray. Absolute hooliganism. It's completely correct for citizens to come out and say that they did not vote for this. It's taken 75 days to elect a mayor. It's taken 4 full attempts to do so. It's taken a Supreme Court hearing essentially to pave the way for it. These councillors were not in a mood to let anything happen in a straightforward manner, and now at the point where we are likely to learn the names of the 6 standing committee members for whom this election has been being waged. It's not an election that's contested, it's being waged. We are once again witnessing the worst scenes of fighting we have seen yet, Sanika.
Ankit, that we're witnessing on the floor of the house there in the Civic Center. Just look at your screens right now. The face-off that is taking place right now. They're beating each other. They're climbing atop each other, thrashing the councillors, bringing them down, pushing them, shoving them, hair being pulled off the councillors, pushing them outside, pushing them out of the door. And viewers, we're taking your calls live tonight. The numbers are flashing on your screens right now. Pick up that phone, make your voice heard on Republic TV. We need to send out a message to these netas who are taking us for granted. Abhishek, our senior executive editor, is joining us live on this coverage as we continue to beam these pictures from the Civic Center in Delhi of the absolute hooliganism on the floor of the House there. Abhishek, over to you.
Well, yes, these pictures really speak for themselves. This is really getting worse, and we have seen this panning out since day before yesterday. And nobody is out of it. It's fisticuffs, it's pandemonium, it's ruckus, it's beatings, it's manhandling, and whatnot. And this, despite voting being done at the instructions of the Supreme Court. In fact, an element of supervision there, given the fact that the matter has reached the Supreme Court twice. First, when the election itself was getting delayed, and then since yesterday, when the voting could not take place because of lack of appreciation of each of the two sides, between the two sides of the position. And now it's absolute pandemonium, kicking, beating, fisticuffs, women involved, men involved, and this is what is happening really to the municipal councillors of Delhi, who are representative of the people of Delhi. And would the people who have voted for these people, would the people of the Delhi state who have voted for, or the citizens of Delhi who have voted for these councillors as their representatives, as their leaders, would not hang their head in shame for what they have done? This is absolutely uncalled for. This is debasing of politics. This is something which the top leaderships of the respective parties should have instructed to not happen. And yet this has happened, and it's unseemly, it's ugly. It's a kind of politics that we thought India in the Amritpal would not do, or not indulge in.
You know, Abhishek, we're cutting to these live pictures that we're getting right now. A fresh round of violence, fresh round of scuffle, we believe has started. One of the councillors seemed to be injured. Some councillors are pouring water on him. This is what we can see on our screens right now. We're cutting across to these live pictures and picking up the ambient sound there from the MCD House.
महिला पार्षद इनके ऊपर में गंदी गंदी गालियां सारे अभी जैसे ही सदन में घुसा सारे आम आदमी पार्षद टूट पड़े और पागलों की तरह चारों तरफ से हमला कर दिया। गला दबाने की कोशिश की, बड़ी मुश्किल से जान बचा के बाहर निकला हूँ। ये दोबारा हो रहा है। सदन में घुसा तो जान बचा के बड़ी मुश्किल से बाहर निकला हूँ। अब इन लोगों ने हमला कर दिया। बहुत
देखिए, ये आज जान से मार सकते हैं। मैं अब सब लोगों को, सारे व्यूअर्स को ये विनती करूंगा कि अरविंद केजरीवाल ने जिस तरीके से जेब कतरों को टिकट दिया है, जिन बदमाशों को, पहलवानों को यहाँ भेजा है, इसको इसके कंडेम करता हूँ और ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए।
20 पार्षदों ने भी हमला कर दिया। अंदर सदन में घुसते ही 15-20 पार्षदों ने हमला कर दिया। लेकिन ये बताइए, अभी तो शांत हो गया था, फिर अचानक अभी देखिए ना,
देखिए किस तरीके से मारेंगे। देखिए कैसे खोलो
सदन के अंदर
ये लात मार रहे हैं, 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 ये तैयार करें।
ये सारे लोग
तो निश्चित तौर पर आप आक्रोश देख सकते हैं बीजेपी के निगम पार्षद का। निश्चित तौर पर ये आक्रोश देखिए किस तरीके से जो बीजेपी के निगम पार्षद है, ये देखिए सच को फाड़ दिया गया है। काफी बुजुर्ग निगम पार्षद है। तस्वीरें देखिए। माइक लगाओ, माइक लगाओ, जल्दी माइक लगाओ।
ये देखो, ये गुंडागर्दी की है बीजेपी वालों ने, हाथापाई लोगों ने शुरू करी।
झाकर किनका पार्षद है,
ये गुंडे इतने बेशरम लोग हैं यहाँ पर जिन्होंने यहाँ पर लेडीजों पे भी हमले किए हैं, लेडीजों पे भी हमले किए। चंदन झा पार्षद एक वो सबसे पहले हरकत करके वो भागा, उन्होंने मारा, उन्होंने महिलाओं पे हमला किया, मेयर पे हमला किया उन्होंने।
भाजपा के पार्षद भी बता रहे हैं
भाजपा के
पार्षदों को मारा गया है,
भाजपा के पार्षदों ने हमारे पार्षदों को पीटा है, मेयर पे हमला किया भाजपा के पार्षदों ने। बुला उसको, चंदन चौधरी को, उसको मेयर को मारा उन्होंने, मेयर पे हाथ उठाया उन्होंने, तब जाके इनकी ये झगड़ा हुआ स्टार्ट। सुरेंद्र कौशिक,
फोटो ले लो, एक फोटो ले लो, एक फोटो, तस्वीर है। और जी सर,
All right, pictures of ruckus, pandemonium, violence, beatings, scuffles, fisticuffs, and whatnot among the councillors of Municipal Corporation of Delhi, both the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party, the Bharatiya Janata Party and the Aam Aadmi Party.
सजेशन दो, आप 2-3 लोग, एक व्यक्ति 2-3 माइक पकड़ लीजिए और नीचे कर दीजिए, थोड़ा नीचे। बदले रेडी? अरे जो पकड़ लेगा यार, 1 मिनट, कोई नहीं। आज एमसीडी के हाउस में भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने अपनी गुंडागर्दी का, अपनी लफंगई का एक और प्रमाण पूरे देश के सामने रखा है। स्टैंडिंग कमेटी का चुनाव चल रहा था, स्टैंडिंग कमेटी का चुनाव और उसकी वोटिंग पीसफुली हुई, स्टैंडिंग कमेटी के चुनाव की काउंटिंग पीसफुली हुई। लेकिन जैसे ही भारतीय जनता पार्टी को लगा कि वो स्टैंडिंग कमेटी का चुनाव हार रहे हैं, उन्होंने हमारी मेयर पर, एक महिला मेयर पर स्टेज पर चढ़कर बुरी तरह से हमला किया। मेयर को अपनी जान बचाने के लिए शैली ओबरॉय जी, यूनिफाइड एमसीडी की दिल्ली की पहली मेयर, एक महिला, उनको अपनी जान बचाकर हाउस से भागना पड़ा। हाउस से वो बाहर गईं। हाउस के बाहर भी भारतीय जनता पार्टी के पार्षदों ने, पुरुष पार्षदों ने उन पर फिजिकली असॉल्ट किया, उन पर फिजिकली हमला किया। ये क्या गुंडागर्दी है भारतीय जनता पार्टी की? जब चुनाव हार गए हो तो अपनी हार को मानो। काउंटिंग के समय जब तुम्हें समझ में आ गया कि तुम 1 वोट से हारने वाले हो, तो आपने मारपिटाई शुरू कर दी, आपने महिला मेयर पे हमला शुरू कर दिया। पुरुष काउंसलरों ने स्टेज पर जाकर दिल्ली की पहली महिला मेयर डॉक्टर शैली ओबरॉय पे हमला किया है। भारतीय जनता पार्टी की ये गुंडागर्दी देखकर पूरा देश शर्मसार है। आज पूरा देश देख रहा है कि किस तरह से भारतीय जनता पार्टी जब चुनाव हार जाती है तो पहले ठीक से इलेक्शन मेयर का नहीं होने देती है, डिप्टी मेयर का नहीं होती है, इल्लीगल तरीके से एल्डरमैन अपॉइंट करती है, उनसे इल्लीगल तरीके से वोट करवाने की कोशिश करती है। सुप्रीम कोर्ट के आदेश से जाकर हम चुनाव करवाते हैं। चुनाव उनके तरीके से नहीं होता तो कल के चुनाव में बैलेट बॉक्स चोरी करके चले गए, बैलेट पेपर फाड़ दिए। आज हमने उनकी सारी टर्म्स एंड कंडीशंस को एक्सेप्ट करते हुए एक से चुनाव करवाया, फिर से चुनाव करवाया। मेयर ने उनकी सारी कंडीशंस एक्सेप्ट करी कि फोन भी अलाउड नहीं है। उसके बाद जब काउंटिंग में उनको समझ में आता है कि वो चुनाव हार रहे हैं, वो मेयर पे हमला कर देंगे। ये कैसी गुंडागर्दी है? क्या भारतीय जनता पार्टी जनादेश को स्वीकार नहीं कर सकती है? दिल्ली की जनता ने आम आदमी पार्टी को चुन के भेजा है। भारतीय जनता पार्टी वालों, अपनी गुंडागर्दी बंद करो, लोकतंत्र का सम्मान करो, दिल्ली की जनता के जनादेश का सम्मान करो, संविधान का सम्मान करो। ऐसी बूथ कैप्चरिंग तो 30 साल पहले बिहार में नहीं होती थी, जो आज पूरे देश के सामने, कैमरास के सामने, देश की राजधानी में भारतीय जनता पार्टी के पार्षद कर रहे हैं। मेरी भारतीय जनता पार्टी से हाथ जोड़ के अपील है, दिल्ली के जनता के जनादेश को स्वीकार करिए, गुंडागर्दी बंद करिए और महिला मेयर पे जो हमला करते हैं उसको बंद करिए। महिला मेयर पे जो हमला हुआ है उस पर हम पूरी कानूनी कार्यवाही करेंगे। भारतीय जनता पार्टी के जो पार्षद हैं जिन्होंने महिला मेयर पे हाउस के अंदर और हाउस के बाहर हमला किया है उनको हम जेल भेजेंगे।
रिकाउंटिंग कैंसिल कर दी गई थी मैम, उसके बाद भी क्या लग रहा है आपको?
जब एक वोट इनवैलिड पाया गया, अगर आप एमसीडी का एक्ट देखिए, वोट को अगर किसी वोट का इनवैलिड होने का डाउट है तो प्रिजाइडिंग ऑफिसर का डिसीजन होता है कि वो वोट वैलिड है कि इनवैलिड। मेयर ने एक वोट को इनवैलिड घोषित किया क्योंकि उस वोट पे जूते मारे हैं।
आपका नाम?
मेरा नाम नीमा भगत है, एक्स मेयर नीमा भगत।
पूर्ण कार्रवाई चलनी थी, लेकिन एक बार फिर बेहद शर्मनाक तस्वीरें जो हैं सामने आई हैं। पार्षदों के बीच में मारपिटाई हुई, स्टैंडिंग कमेटी के नतीजे घोषित नहीं हो पाए। जिम्मेदार किसे मानेंगे?
देखिए, जिस तरह से बेईमानी पर उतर आए हैं, जब इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया ने काउंटिंग करके रिजल्ट बना दिया तो उसको टेम्पर किया जा रहा है, उसको बदला जा रहा है, रॉन्ग अनाउंसमेंट की जा रही है और वहाँ मारपीट कर रहे हैं। अभी हमारी बहुत सारी पार्षद जो हैं उनको चोटें आई हैं, मेल पार्षदों को चोटें आई हैं और उनका सबका मेडिकल हो रहा है, एफआईआर लॉन्च कराई जा रही है और सबको जिस तरह से मारा गया है, ये पूरी अराजकता का माहौल दिल्ली में आम आदमी पार्टी ने नगर निगम के इस सदन में लोगों को बता दिया अपना असली चेहरा कि ये गुंडों की पार्टी है, ये मवालियों की पार्टी है और इनका कानून व्यवस्था में कोई विश्वास नहीं है।
जिम्मेदार किसे मान रहे हैं?
सीधे तौर पर अरविंद केजरीवाल जी इस पूरी घटना के लिए जिम्मेदार हैं, क्योंकि पूरी उनकी गाइडेंस में और उनकी डायरेक्शन में ये सब झूठ सच हो रहा है। वो मेयर नहीं है, वो आम आदमी पार्टी के एक एजेंट के रूप में यहाँ पर काम कर रही है और पूरा टेम्परिंग कर रही है और दादागिरी यहाँ पर आम आदमी पार्टी के लोग कर रहे हैं।
नतीजे सामने आने से पहले सौरभ भारद्वाज ट्वीट करते हैं, कहते हैं कि आम आदमी पार्टी के 134 पार्षद थे, एक बीजेपी में चला गया, उसके बावजूद 138 वोट मिले हैं, 5 लोगों ने क्रॉस वोटिंग किया है, बीजेपी के पार्षदों ने क्रॉस वोटिंग कर आम आदमी पार्टी को जीत दिलाया।
देखिए, झूठ बोलना इनकी आदत है, लगातार झूठ बोल रहे हैं। हम उनके उन झूठ को यहाँ पर उस पर कोई टिप्पणी करने के लिए नहीं खड़े हुए, लेकिन हाँ, हम इतना बता सकते हैं कि 3 बीजेपी के काउंसलर जीते हैं और 3 आम आदमी पार्टी के। ये बेईमानी करके अपने 4 करना चाहते हैं, जो हम होने नहीं देंगे।
अब आगे की क्या रणनीति आप?
हमारी रणनीति ये है कि ये जो गंभीर स्थिति यहाँ पैदा हो गई है, इस पे तुरंत कोर्ट को संज्ञान लेने की जरूरत है और इस पूरी स्थिति में परिणाम जो है, जो इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया ने जो रिजल्ट बनाया है, काउंटिंग की है, उसके अनुसार रिजल्ट घोषित होना चाहिए। महापौर रिजल्ट घोषित नहीं कर रही है, उसको टेम्परिंग कर रही है, उसको बदल रही है, ये बहुत ही ऑब्जेक्शनेबल है और मैं कड़े शब्दों में आम आदमी पार्टी की निंदा करता हूँ।
एमसीडी से लेकर विधानसभा का सफर आप तय कर चुके हैं, 2 बार की विधायक एमसीडी ने दी आपने सरकार, इस तरह की तस्वीरें का
आज तक कभी दिल्ली में ऐसा नहीं हुआ। 65 साल के एमसीडी के इतिहास में कभी नहीं सुना गया इस तरह मारपीट हो रही हो, इस तरह झगड़ा हो रहा हो। आम आदमी पार्टी पहली बार मेजोरिटी में आई है और पहली बार ही इस तरह के हालात एमसीडी में बन गए हैं।
जो कि सचिव कह रहे थे कि ये वोट वैलिड है, वो कह रहे नहीं इनवैलिड करो, कह रहे नहीं हम तो वैलिड करेंगे, इनवैलिड करेंगे। उन्होंने कहा ये इनवैलिड हो नहीं सकता। उन्होंने बकायदा संविधान दिखाया, संविधान में कहा कि ये वोट वैलिड है, 3 लोग इनके जीत गए हैं, लेकिन मेयर मानने को तैयार नहीं थी और उनके पार्षदों ने जो बदतमीजी करी, गाली गलौज की, हमारी लेडीज पार्षद के बाल छीन के लिटा कर मारा। और सबसे बड़ी बात यह है कि 2 व्यक्ति जिनके पीछे पूरा हाउस खराब हो रहा है, एक दुर्गेश पाठक, एक अतिशी,